The mission of Recoupex is empower exporters globally to recover genuine cargo claims from liable carriers. So you can fuel money into your communities, you can pay growers, and that's how you also conquer new markets, because the systems of loss prevention cargo claims is applicable globally. Anywhere you ship, any cargo you ship. Hello and welcome everyone to the most horrific session of the day. Everyone who shipped cargo overseas. Cargo was damaged and then tried to recover losses from liable carrier can confirm this is a nightmare. And my personal experience is that cargo claims have gotten such a bad name in industry because there are so many parties involved in the transaction. And oftentimes, the blame for a damage is put on the weakest part in the transaction, the exporter. And the exporters today, they cannot really control freight rates. We cannot reduce taxes that will earn the 52 taxes they have to pay. Exporters individually cannot contribute to carbon emissions, but what they can do, they can take control of their own cargo claims recoveries. And that's what we are going to discuss today. I have a question, why me? As during introduction speech, it was mentioned, I was working for more than a decade for bigger shipping line. My job was not to pay claims. I worked in many different countries, and my last position was head of legal for African cargo claims. So I trained teams, I rejected claims, and the most difficult part of my job was to witness how many exporters, regardless of their size, of business volume, of cargo they ship, suffer from unrecovered losses. Everybody has the same issue. It's very difficult to pursue and recover claims themselves. And that's when I decided to change all that. When I left MSC, I received appreciation letter from the owner of the company for my good job done for the shipping line. And that's when and why Recoupex was born. Agenda for today is to help you as exporters, flour exporters, in particular perishable exporters, to defend yourself against ocean carriers, inland carriers, or airline carriers. Let's discuss about global export business landscape for African exporters. So it is widely spoken of increasing demand for avocados, mangoes, pineapples, cut flowers. Younger generation is driving demand not only in Europe, United States, Middle East, and if Kenyan exporters could grow more, there are buyers who are willing overseas to buy a product. We see shift for fresh produce from air shipments into ocean shipments. High freight costs and equipment shortages is a continuous challenge and is the challenge to stay for this year as well. We notice frequent transit damages, reefer malfunctions, off powers, excessive delays, equipment shortages. Insurance gaps are there as well. Ever increasing buyers' demands overseas for cargo quality. And we see, in particular in Kenya, Tanzania exporters, huge desire to upskill themselves in order to be able to defend their cargo claims and cut losses. And the strategy for this year that exporters deploy in terms of cargo claims is every penny counts. What are exactly economics behind the cargo claims? These are statistics for ocean shipments. 1 out of 10 containers is damaged in transit. 8 out of 10 cargo claims are rejected by shipping lines. And only 1 out of 10 claims submitted to shipping line are settled at the original claim value of 15% only. Moving forward, what are the consequences for exporters? First, no profit. 1 container of mangoes can cost up to $25,000, $30,000. If it arrives rotten, it can wipe out season's margins for smaller exporters immediately. Overseas lost contracts. If container is with cargo is delivered damaged, and here we're talking about genuine claims, where you pre-cool, you ship cargo in good condition, good quality, packed properly, and it arrives damaged, buyers lose trust in this exporter. They just send a debit note and end of a story. And exporters are left alone to bear extra cost, destruction, looking for salvage buyers, and all associated costs, not to mention brand damage. What exactly feels exporter? They pay growers. They pack, pre-cool, prepare, staff cargo properly. And when cargo arrives damaged at the destination, because temperature of the container was not maintained, there was left of power or excessive delay, which surpassed cargo shelf life, exporter feels frustrated. And they have tried to recover cargo claims, they were not successful, and there is ongoing negativity and frustration and injustice cycle here. But the good news is that exporters are willing to learn. They ask us what to do, what documents they need to collect to present their claims in a way liable carrier pays it. So this is a biggest shift, positive shift that we witness happening. Before we go into one most important hack, which does not cost any money for exporter to win cargo claim, it is important we address prevailing myths that industry players still have. First myth is, I have insurance, I am covered. Fresh produce exporters overlook limitations of insurance coverage. Standard insurance policies do not pay reefer malfunctions, temperature fluctuation damages, excessive delay damages. So the risks that you need coverage the most are excluded out of standard insurance policies. Even if you have premium insurance policies which include partial of this risk, still most insurers offer antiquated terms, unclear settlement terms, and oftentimes creates a lot of hassle and a lot of problem for exporter even to be paid by their insurer. Most of our clients who are fresh produce exporters understand the financial implications to pay insurance for every container they ship and eventually have their claims rejected also by insurance companies. And that leaves them not insuring cargo. So they pre-cool, they harvest properly, stuff, load the cargo in the container, take all the evidence, and they do not insure. And when cargo arrives damaged at the destination, exporters pursue claim recovery from the liable carriers. That's how they are in control of recovery process, but that's also how they make savings on not paying for insurance, which eventually does not cover the risk that they need the most. Second myth, my claim is too small, why to bother claiming? If I told you that our biggest clients, global brands, have the same system in place to submit claims to ocean carriers for $1,000 claim, but also for a $3 million claim, you would understand why the process makes entire difference. If you don't pursue small claim, you never know what documents are needed to present claim in a successful way. You don't know to whom to submit your claim. What are requirements? What are your rights? You will never ever be successful in pursuing your bigger cases. Third myth is if I claim, shipping line will blacklist me. Or as yesterday I heard, if I claim, they will not give me slot. This is a huge misconception, and you have to understand that shipping lines need your cargo. Freight forwarders, if they issue house bill of lading, they also need your cargo to fill in 24,000 vessels, to fill in aircrafts. So they never ever blacklist exporter for pursuing genuine cargo claim and defending their rights. The only imaginable way when a shipping line could potentially blacklist exporter is if they declare that they are shipping avocados and they load in the container wildlife trophies. So you understand, but this is close to criminal case. Other than that, no carrier will blacklist you. Last myth. I present documents. I know that I did everything right. I have data logger proving the temperature was not maintained in transit. I submit to claims department at ocean carrier, and then they ask me to be patient. And you wait, and you wait. Principal is investigating your claim. Then claim handler goes on vacation. Another claim handler leaves a company. And eventually your claim is pushed into time bar. You have to remember that 95% of claims submitted to ocean carriers are pushed into time bar. And most of the part, they are genuine claims. It's just because exporter did not have a proper follow-up system in place to follow up on the status, on the progress of their claim recovery. So these are the biggest myths which we as Recoupex encounter among African exporters. I hope I was able to clarify. You don't believe this myth anymore, and we can move on to what you can do at no cost to build a strong cargo claim recovery case for yourself. It is important to prove that you at origin loaded the good cargo, which was harvested prior to shipment, which was pre-cooled, packed, stuffed in the container properly, and the same cargo arrived at the destination damaged. That's how you prove that ocean carrier or even airline are responsible for the damage. These are simple examples as inspiration what our clients do themselves with their smartphones. So on the left side, you see pre-shipment pictures. They can be more pictures to evidence that mango was pre-cooled and was in good quality prior to shipment. And then at the destination, client had a data logger evidencing temperature spikes for excessive period of time and cargo total loss. Bananas, simple as this. This is only inspiration. Doesn't matter if you ship flowers, if you ship fresh cuts, whole system is the same. Why it is important for you as exporters to have a standard operating procedure? It has to be super simple for your teams to execute. You use the same pre-shipment survey and the same cargo damage survey to prove that cargo was indeed damaged during transit every time. So every time you ship a container of fresh produce, you have evidence that it was in good condition, and at the destination, your buyer presents evidence that cargo was indeed received damaged and how it was damaged. Reefer malfunction, evaporator problem, excessive delay. You speak to your buyers. You explain to your buyers overseas that here are my evidence that I shipped avocados in sound condition from origin. You as a buyer, you cannot send me one rotten avocado picture and claim half of the container is a total loss. Buyer needs to provide you evidence of the quantity of the cargo damage received, on loss mitigation, what they did, on pictures, even before they consider sending you debit note. And consistency strengthens claims. Do an exercise at your companies. Every time you have genuine claim, regardless of a claim amount, start submitting to liable carriers. You learn the process. You understand what exactly is needed to get these claims settled. So what happens if you don't claim? If today you think I'm too busy to conquer the markets, if I am too busy to discuss with my growers, then you will face the reality that every claim you absorb is money saved to the liable carrier or liable party. It's not your commercial gesture that you decided not to claim. It's money saving for them and it's pure loss for you. You set a precedent how to treat your claims. Some freight forwarders know that exporters never claim, or they don't have time, they don't have people, they don't have knowledge how to claim. And this is how they treat their shipments. Oh, cargo damage, bad luck, act of God. You know, they come up with different excuses to justify not even looking at your claim. You don't want to be that person. If you don't claim, you lose visibility on how your freight forwarders, how your ocean or air carriers are performing. And if you skip small claims, you will never be able to recover big claims. I always encourage exporters to look at cargo claims as a company culture of saving. We make savings. And we know that we did a good job, we have genuine claim, that's why we pursue it. Simple as this, part of the culture. The mission of Recoupex is empower exporters globally to recover genuine cargo claims from liable carriers. So you can fuel money into your communities, you can pay growers, And that's how you also conquer new markets, because the systems of loss prevention, cargo claims, is applicable globally. Anywhere you ship, any cargo you ship. Thank you very much for organizers for putting this wonderful event together, and for every single one of you who attended the session.
Thank you very much. Can we appreciate Lina?